Hello there, my name is Ren, and I appreciate you being here with me. In today's video, I'll be showing you my cleaning routine, as well as discussing the magic of minimalism and its impact on my own life, especially as a wheelchair user. Five years ago, I began the minimalism journey in the hopes of simplifying my life. I was heading off to college, a time when my parents slaved away packing up 2 cars worth of the belongings that I thought I would need while I was away from them. I clung to what I thought were necessities, to the things I was sure would make my life easier to live. What I realized, however, was that these things were inhibiting my freedom more than they were helping. My stuff created a burden for others in my life as well. I wasn't able to move all of my stuff from the car to my dorm room. I had to sit and watch as they made trip after trip back and forth. I felt helpless. It took hours to unpack, even with help. And in the end, I was exhausted. I didn't want to keep doing this every school year. I didn't want to have to pack up the car for the holidays to drag everything home with me that I thought I needed to survive. My wheelchair alone took up most of the SUV's trunk. Boris, my service dog, took up the back seat, while I sat next to my dad, who had driven 3.5 hours to get me. In the end, it pained me to feel the weight of my own stuff. After my parents left the campus, I realized quickly how much work it was to keep up with caring for all of these things on my own. I had to maneuver around the furniture, push things out of the way, and take breaks from all the bending and reaching required to clean the trinkets on my shelves. Even buying and replacing the things that broke was stressful. My wheelchair was plagued with too much stuff. All these extra bags and accessories added to the weight of the wheelchair and made it a pain to lift on my own. They were a struggle to keep clean through the days of mud, rain, and snow, and got caught in doorways or broke when carelessly transferred into vehicles by bus drivers and other strangers. The weight of the things in my backpack was so heavy that trying to get it on and off the back of my wheelchair nearly broke my wrist. I was fed up. I didn't want to constantly need help. What I wanted was to create my own environment of accessibility. This looks different for each person, disability or not. Accessibility for me means not having too much to carry or weigh me down. I wanted to be able to easily lift my wheelchair. I wanted to be able to carry my own suitcase to the car when my father came to get me. I wanted a backpack that was light enough to keep with me all day. Accessibility for me means being able to tidy and clean without becoming exhausted. While I could have divided my cleaning up into small chunks throughout the week, rather than doing it all at once, I realized that I did not want to spend that many days of my life cleaning. I decided that ultimately, it wasn't worth as much of my time as it was taking. I wanted things to be clean, but I wanted less to clean. And if someone offered to clean my apartment, I wanted the experience to be easy for them. Accessibility for me means having as few pieces of furniture as possible. If I cannot move the sofa to clean behind it by myself, then there was no point in owning it. Of course, if I were moving to a new apartment, I would not expect myself to carry the TV stand or pack up the bed frame alone. Everyone could use help when moving. That's not what I'm saying. My point is that for the objects in my space, I want them to work for me, not against me. I want to be able to easily move and clean behind every piece of furniture. I want to be able to clean my home on my own. This is not possible for many people with physical disabilities. I'm not saying that you should be able to clean your house on your own. I'm privileged to be able to clean without assistance, and I value that ability enough to make the experience as enjoyable as possible for myself. Accessibility for me means feeling calm and grateful every time I roll through the front door. I want to create a space that makes me excited to be alive, that soothes me when I'm stressed, that inspires me to create. I want a place where things are just simple. We already live in a highly ableist and inaccessible world. I do not wish to create more of it. I want at least one place in this world that is fully aligned with my freedom and ability, and I want that to be the place that I call home. When my partner and I moved to Austin this year, I packed everything I owned into one compact SUV. The trunk held 2 wheelchairs, my current and my backup in case anything happened to the former. The backseat held everything else. It was no easy feat, but I did it, and it was freeing. I was able to help pack the car, and when I no longer could, I felt no guilt when handing it over to my loved ones. By the end, my childhood bedroom was completely empty except for the furniture that remained. I didn't want my parents to feel the weight of anything that I left behind. I wanted them to know that I did not take anything they gave me for granted. Yes, I gave away the material things they thought would make me happy, but they saw that it made room for all the things that truly mattered. The memories, the experiences, the photographs, the words of wisdom. Ultimately, I left them with the gift of freedom too. They could retire and sell my childhood home when it was time, without worrying about what to do with my room full of belongings. Accessibility for me means owning fewer pieces of clothing. It means clothing that does not inhibit or inconvenience me, such as goddess sleeves, long dresses, or oversized clothes that can get caught in the wheels. It means no clothes in storage that I'll have to drag back and forth with a change of every season. It means no clothes that make laundry something to dread. I keep my wardrobe simple but versatile so that it's still exciting and fun. I want to feel confident when I go out. I want to be comfortable, but I also do not want to have to take care of all of this fabric, or have to move it, or have to think too hard about what to wear each day. My current apartment is simple, but I can get around easily, move furniture on my own, find the things that I'm looking for, and clean everything in a matter of hours. I feel free knowing that I can easily lift my wheelchair into the trunk without assistance, and that I own only clothing that optimizes my mobility rather than inhibits it. I feel free knowing that everything surrounding me is there to bring value to my life. For me, minimalism is an act of self-love. It is about creating a life with fewer barriers, physically and emotionally. Every object is another thing requiring our attention, our care, our money, and our time. Now I'm intentional about what I allow into my life. I'm intentional about self-care and creating a world in which I can feel truly free and independent. The magic of minimalism is one of both accessibility and of liberation. To start your own minimalism journey, I highly recommend the books Goodbye Things by Fumio Sasaki and Minimalism, Live a Meaningful Life by Joshua Fields Millburn and Ryan Nicodemus. Thank you for stopping by. If you'd like to see more from me, remember to like and subscribe. I hope that we meet again soon.
I'm gonna walk 100 miles. I'm gonna whistle all the while. If that's what it takes to make me smile, I'm gonna walk 100 miles. I'm gonna run right up this hill, summer sky or winter chill. If I gotta take a break, I will, but I'm gonna run right up this hill. I wanna hold the whole wide world right here in my open hands. And maybe I'm just a little girl with great big plans. I'm gonna go and take a chance. I'm gonna learn to ballet dance, learn a little something about romance. I'm gonna go and take a chance. I'm gonna live a crazy dream, impossible as it may seem. Doesn't matter what the future brings, I'm gonna live a crazy dream.